our focus today is on grounding, on connecting to Mother Earth's energy. A really, really good analogy is electricity, because in electricity, you do have to ground. And so if there's ever a house hooked up that isn't grounded properly, you'll start to notice appliances just randomly having troubles. Maybe a light bulb just goes out of nowhere. All sorts of electrical issues when it's not grounded. The electricity just is too unpredictable. It's too crazy, too chaotic. And so that same thing happens with us. If our energy is not grounded, it really becomes chaotic. We might start to just burst out at people. We might be good most of the time, but then there's those little surges that are not that healthy. And so that's the idea of grounding, the idea of sending any of that excess energy that might happen just randomly, send it down into the earth, let it just diffuse out. And in that way, we just feel calmer, more healthy, more happy. So what we'll be doing today is focusing on the legs, especially strength of the legs, also a bit of good, stretching and a bit of just overall just wellness for the body. But that'll be our large thing that we're focusing on today, strength of legs. So then to have that help us lead onward, let's bring the knees into the chest. And we can take little movements if that feels good. Just kind of tune into how that area is, especially hips, hamstrings, low back. That'll be our big focus. Good, so we'll start off here already with a little bit of strengthening. And so the arms will open out to left and right. Let the knees be at a nice 90-degree angle. With any inhale, we tilt partway to one side. And then exhale, straighten and bend the legs from that side. Inhale, come through the center, tilt to the other. Exhale, straighten and bend. It's not anything about speeding by. This is your breath, in and out. Maybe once more to each side. And when you finish that last one, let the knees fall over to a twist to the left. The knees just gently stacked, and you'll notice how you pivot that top leg will change exactly where you feel the twist. Kind of put your body weight exactly in the right spot. You want to straighten out the top leg and slide the left hand up that leg, that's fine. That could readjust again what we're feeling in the back or hips. Good, so now hips return to the ground. Let's let this right leg go straight up to the sky, grabbing onto the back side of the leg. Just kind of experience what needs to be helped here. Maybe it's ankles, rolling it out. Maybe it's hamstrings, working on a bit of straightening there. Good. Place the right ankle on left thigh, give it a hug, pulling it in. Few nice breaths just to feel and experience all that's going on here. Starting to open the right arm back out to the right on the floor. Take the left fingertips behind the back of the head. While the legs are in like this, we'll twist that left elbow toward the right knee. Nice exhale. Inhale, the head goes to the floor, the legs in this unit extend out. And then when they come back in, you twist that left elbow to that right knee and out. This is adding a little bit of strength to core and legs. Know that you can choose the difficulty here. The lower you go, the harder it is. Conversely, the higher you go with the legs, the easier it is. So your choice entirely. And 3, 2, 1. Good work. Legs up to the sky, then let them open, hands resting on the inner thighs. Just enjoy that nice stretch. Okay. So now when knees come back together, we'll do that thing that we started with, tilting to one side and the other. This time we'll add some extra straightening and bending cycles. So I'm gonna add 3. If you want to do more or less, that's fine. So we tilt partway to one side, part of your exhale, straighten once, next part of the exhale, and third part of the exhale, bending, inhale. Second side, exhale. Inhale. Good. That use of the exhale helps to tone the diaphragm. You'll notice you don't want to get rid of all the air on the first one, so you save up just a little bit, so you have some air for that third. Good, and let's take it once more each side. Good, bent knees, twist the knees to the right this time. Just enjoying the spine starting to open, good things happening. Maybe the top leg wants to straighten out if you liked how that felt before. And hips go to the ground. Left leg gets to stretch upward. Give it that nice moment to stretch out. Left ankle onto right thigh, give it a hug. Left arm plants open to left, right fingertips are behind the head, supporting the weight of it. Exhale, twist right elbow toward left knee. Inhale, legs extend out from this arrangement. Exhale, inhale. Let's take 3 more. Good. Legs up and then wide. And now bringing the legs together. We're going to drop the legs onto the ground, and then you'll roll over to the side that helps you see me the easiest. So we're on our side body. The head can be supported or just resting down on the upper arm, whatever feels better. The legs are brought slightly in, so it's like a banana rather than just a straight line. And then our top thigh rotates up. With an exhale, we do a quick kick up. Inhale, slow, lower down. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Rest for a moment. Especially that outer part gets a chance to have a little break. Take your time. Perfect. Okay. And then the top leg will now tap twice on the floor in front of the other. 1, 2. You hop up as high as you want and then tap twice behind. 1, 2. Just back and forth. Three, 2, 1. Good. Rest. Bend the knees. Press your hands up until you're sitting with the feet tucked in like this. The hand that's closer to the feet grabs that ankle, and then the other arm reaches up and over. Okay, planting the hand down, we take a moment with a side plank. This can be on knees, or you can straighten the legs back out for that straight leg side plank, so your choice. We're gonna try to hold for 10. Yeah, face on your mat, that'll be easier. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Lower, you can shake that wrist for a moment. And then we'll swing our legs around to the other side. Good. So we've got that banana shape. The legs are slightly forward. Top thigh rotates up. With the exhale, it's the quick kick up. Inhale down. Three, 2, 1, let it rest. And then that hot potato, the front foot, the top foot taps twice in front, jump, twice in back, jump. So a few good rounds of that. I like to do that. Exhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale, inhale. Three, 2, 1. Good. Bend the knees, press our way up to sit with a side saddle type position. The hand that's closer to the feet grabs it, the other arm reaches up and over. Good. The hand finds the mat. We're either going for that kneeling side plank or straighten out the legs. Lift up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Come down to a comfortable seated place. After that little bit of work, we're going to take another breath, a moment just to breathe. And so as we've already kind of been practicing in some of our poses, when we make the exhale pulsed in segments, it not only tones our diaphragm, but it also helps us focus on that exhale, which calms down the heart rate. And so we're going to do a few rounds here, starting with 3 pulses for the exhale. You're not inhaling in the pulses. You're just letting some of it go, pause, let more of it go, and let go. So this will be 3. So take a few rounds, inhale, exhale in 3 pulses. The 3 is pretty easy. You're welcome to bump it up to 4. Notice you can't let go of all the air immediately. You have to kind of save some up for the end. If you want to try to increase to 5, go right ahead. Good, and depending on how fast you're going, maybe you try to increase it again, 6, or even if you want to try a bigger number, that's fine. Whatever number we're at right now, do 3 more rounds of that. Whenever you finish your 3rd round, come into cobbler's pose, letting the spine round forward. Notice what areas of your body are receiving this. Rising up, right leg opens out to the right. Right hand is in front. Pull this left shoulder back and then start to reach that left arm up and over. Find a good angle that helps you enjoy some nice stretches through the shoulder area. So sometimes that means we need to pull the thumb slightly backward. Maybe we're reaching our arm straighter. Just kind of play with it so that you can put your body weight in exactly the perfect place. Good, rising up, come back into cobbler. Rounding forward. Then lifting, left leg goes wide, left hand is in front, right shoulder pulls back to reach. Good, rising, back to cobbler. Then lifting back up, legs wide. Let's walk forward. Nothing forceful, just kind of easing our muscles in toward the stretch. One more good inhale. Good, exhale. Come up, we can make our way onto hands and knees. Do a few of the cat-cows, things that feel good for that spine. Easing into the tight muscles of the body. One more breath. And from this point, you can take one of two options. Option one is a bit easier. You'll have right leg extend out. You'll just keep on taking that right knee to the nose and then back out. The harder version is doing that from down dog. So then right leg would lift. Through plank, take knee to the nose, and then lift right back up. Your choice. Also your choice in the speed. You can be going really fast or a bit slower. One more round. And then we'll step right foot in between hands, left knee can drop down. And from this place, we'll just continue to sink the hips forward, easing into that psoas muscle. Right hand will begin to lift up to the sky. Or you have the variation, if you can reach the back toes, you're welcome to grab them. Don't feel like you have to force anything. It's just as good to just be twisting open with the spine. Keep the hips still sinking forward. Good. One more inhale. Exhale, front leg goes straight. And then continue to sink down toward that half splits. Okay, right leg comes underneath. We've got that same thing to the left side, starting with the strength. So either kneeling, knee to nose and back, or go ahead and lift up to down dog. This last one. And then step that foot in between hands, lowering the back knee down. A few moments just to sink hips all the way as deep as possible without the front knee going past toes. Left hand can start to twist up, or maybe grab the back toes. Okay, unwind, straighten the front leg, half splits. And this time when we come back, we'll take either elbow plank or the wrist plank, your choice. Lifting up the knees if possible, otherwise drop them down. We're gonna hold for a count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try to lower chaturanga. With a nice back bend, you choose how deep. Good, child pose or downward facing dog. This will still be one of the down dogs that you can maintain until you feel like you're about ready to come up to the top of the mat. Then you're welcome to at that point. Next inhale we use to help us rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Shifting our weight into the left foot, right foot takes tree pose, ankle, calf, or thigh. And feel yourself grounding into the one foot that's still on the earth. See if you can shift as much weight down as possible, and that'll help the rest of our spine continue to lift up. Start to float this right knee in front of our body. If the balance is okay, take the left hand to the outer right thigh area. And then this right arm, if you've got that balance again, starts to rotate open to a twist towards front door. Returning forward, take right ankle to left thigh. We're sitting back, maybe hands at heart, maybe hands on that knee and ankle, maybe lower to elbows. You choose the depth. Good, rising up. Bring this right big toe to touch the left big toe. Heels are slightly separated. Sit the hips back. If we're going into a deep chair. And then left wrist hooks onto right side, the other arm opens. You can slip to elbow. If you go to elbow, maybe take prayer position hands. Top hand pushing into bottom hand. Good, unwind hands to the heart. Take another inhale. Exhale, push into the ground to grow tall again. Circle the arms up, little back bend. Hands to heart. Shift weight into right foot, tree pose with the left. Start to float this left knee in front. Right hand can take the side of the knee. Left hand starts to open if the balance is there. Good. Return. Take that left ankle to right thigh, and then sit the right leg back into a chair. Maybe hands down, maybe elbows down. Push into the foot to stand. Unwind this left leg and planting the big toes close. And then sit both legs into the chair. Right wrist hooking or slide to right elbow. Good, hands come to the heart. Let's take a moment to try to lift the heels up. Trying to see if you can maintain the balance there. Good, heels down, and then try to see if you can sit another inch or two deeper. Good work. Press into the feet to straighten, swing the arms up, maybe a slight back bend, inhale. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale as fingers slide down. Help the feet heel toe about as wide as the mat. Toes turning outward, we go to Malasana, yogic squat. I look at zero.
Oh yeah, I will.
Okay, dropping the hands down, straighten the legs, turn the toes forward. Notice how that stretch is slightly different than when the legs were together. Good. From here, slide the left foot all the way to the back of the mat. We'll go to lizard pose. You can have the back knee lifted or lowered. You can be on elbows or wrists. Leave the left elbow wherever it is, or the left arm. You can be up or down. The right hand comes to the right thigh, the right toes turn to the right, and we continue to press that thigh open, getting deep into that hip joint. Good. Prepare to step this foot back. We can be an elbow plank or full plank, whichever version you like better, once the leg is back. Holding there for a count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rock forward, just squeeze the elbows in and lower. Taking a nice back bend. And child pose or down dog, just 2 or 3 breaths. Prepare to step that left foot to the outside of left hand. When we're there, it's lizard. The back knee can be lifted or lowered. It can be on wrists or elbows. This time it's right hand or elbow that can stay. This left hand pushes on that left knee as left toes turn out. Good. Preparing to slide that leg back. Elbow plank or normal plank, your choice. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way, belly to the earth. Hands slide a bit wider than the mat. Press about halfway up to the chest is just starting to lift off the ground. And then rotate the left shoulder forward and drop that left shoulder down just a little bit. Good, switch it out. Right shoulder rotates forward and drops. Good, unwind. Hands can come back under shoulders, child pose, or downward facing dog. Maybe after a breath or two, you'll be ready to head up to the top of the mat, forward fold. Next, inhale to rise. Good, hands to heart. Using the same poses and then adding even more on, we start shifting our weight to left foot, tree pose with right. Just a couple of breaths this time. Start to float right knee forward, take the twist. Return, right ankle to left thigh, squat back. Rising up, big toes close, sit back into chair. Lift the heels. Lower heel, squat down another inch. And from here, hook the right wrist or the right elbow, twist the spine. Gazing down to the floor, finding something steady. Weight shifts into right foot, left foot slides back. And forward. Back. And forward. Last time back to stay. Release the twist, sweep arms up. Rotate the back heel down. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Bring the arms right up by the ears. Maybe even clasping hands, flipping the palms up. And keeping the upper body kind of flush to the sides of the mat. It's as if the belly is being squished in between panes of glass. So keeping it very flat. Start to lean forward. You choose the appropriate angle. We're leaning toward the top of the mat, the amount that we can feel it and still have control. Good, rising back up. Take that same lean backwards. You'll notice the difference. Good, opening the arms. Twice, let's cartwheel toward half moon and then try to slowly rise back up. So if you need to shorten stance a little bit, that's fine. Try to cartwheel directly and slowly toward half moon. And then just return back. One more. Even smoother the second time. Good, and back. Square the hips forward, arms float up, warrior one. And standing splits, hands find the floor, right leg floats. Touch the right toes to the ground. And right leg floats. Two more like that. Down and up. Down and up. Feet to the floor. Hang for 2 or 3 breaths. Kind of resetting our breath, resetting our body for that second side. Next, inhale to rise. Good. So when you're ready, second side starts with the tree pose. So we're standing on right, left rotates open. That works. I would do the second side, whatever second side is. Okay, so just float this left knee in front, take the twist. Turning forward, left ankle to right thigh, sit back. Rising up, big toes close. Sit back into the chair. Lift up the heels. And lower. Maybe sit another inch. And then left wrist or left elbow hooks. Finding something to gaze at on the floor. Shift your weight into right foot. Left foot slides back. And forward. Back. Forward. The last time it stays. Unwind, float the arms up, rotate the back heel down. Nice inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Good, clasping the hands, flip the palms, reach those arms right up next to the ears. And then it's that flat leaning toward top of mat. Just holding it whatever angle you still feel like you have that control. One more breath in. Exhale, floating up. Reverse it, just going as far back as you have that control. Good, opening the arms. Those two controlled half moon poses. If you need to shorten the stance a bit, that's beautiful. Cartwheeling down. And just as much control rising. Good, let's go even slower, even more smooth. Good, rise. Warrior one, face forward, hands up. Inhale. Last part, hands go down, standing split. Floating those left toes. And left toes touch the earth. And rise. Two more. Good, forward fold. You earned a chance just to breathe, a couple of good breaths. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands down, step walker jump back. Holding in plank this last time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower. Back bend. And going to kneeling or to down dog. It'll be a transition to our pigeon pose, whichever version you like. And then we'll send that right leg through. Back knee can scoot back. You're welcome to rest down to sleeping pigeon. Feel everything start to slow. Maybe even returning back to that pulsed exhale. See if in this moment when your heart rate's still up, see if you can maintain that same number that we accomplished earlier. 6, 7, 8, whatever it was. Good. We'll head to the second side. You can go through the recovery pose kneeling or through down dog. Only when you're ready, left leg can go through. Planting the hands, kneeling or down dog, whichever you like. And then this last opportunity, lowering all the way down to the belly. Once we're there, right elbow goes out to the right. It's a 90-degree bend in the elbow. Right cheek down. And then press into the left hand until you feel that right pec area stretching nicely. Good, lowering down, left arm, 90 degree. Left cheek down, press into the right hand. And when we come down this time, take a wide knee child pose. Let the arms stretch forward at first, that good long pull to the spine. And then thread the right arm under that left armpit area. Depending on where you shift your weight, it'll change the stretch. If you rock more toward the right temple, that'll be a little bit more of a twist. Versus trying to square the head down and square the shoulders, that'll be more of a shoulder stretch. Unwind this arm and then thread the other through. Good. Starting to unwind. This is that last few minutes. You can take any other stretches your body might be craving right now. Anything that'll help you head toward your best Shavasana available today. Begin to deepen inhales. And exhales. Introduce little movements back to fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. Stretching out like we're waking up first thing in the morning. Eventually taking a nice fetal position off to one side. Enjoy few good breaths here, maybe 3 or 4 more until you feel ready to rise. Running our hands together in front of the heart when we are up. We notice how we felt through class, kind of processing everything now. Notice how there were moments in class that maybe felt a little more charged and some that felt more calm. That's kind of like that electricity. Some moments it's fine, and then there's a surge. And so we notice within ourselves, when we met those crazy moments, did we have a tendency toward grounding, toward finding the earth and pressing into it? Or did we have a tendency toward getting in our head and trying to overthink it and kind of overcome it with will? It's an important thing to notice, and neither's right or wrong, but working toward grounding is extremely useful, especially if we try to send more of our energy up to the higher chakras. Grounding is always that thing that will help us out. And so with all of this to lead us on, let's wrap up the time we got to share together today with a sound of Om. Deep inhale now. May we be filled with light, and happiness, and peace. Namaste.